The drama surrounding this moment is not just about a fight, it is about collision between eras, identities, and expectations. On the final day of camp, Anthony Joshua moves through the gym with a calm that can only come from experience. This is not the frantic energy of a young contender chasing validation. This is the measured presence of a man who has already touched the summit, fallen from it, and climbed back up with scars that taught him more than victory ever could. The noise around him is louder than ever, but inside the gym, everything feels muted, deliberate, almost sacred. Every movement is controlled, every breath intentional. This is the quiet before a storm that the entire boxing world has opinions about, whether it wants to admit it or not. Joshua's mindset entering this fight feels different from previous chapters of his career. There is no desperation to prove worth, no hunger driven by insecurity. Instead, there is clarity. He understands exactly who he is at this stage of his life and career. Boxing is no longer an escape or an identity crisis. It is a craft, a discipline, and a blessing. The weight of the moment does not paralyze him because he has already stood under brighter lights with more traditional stakes. What makes this fight unique is not danger alone, but symbolism. This is heavyweight boxing colliding with the modern entertainment era. And Joshua knows that how he handles it will echo far beyond one night. His body tells its own story. Lighter, sharper, more mobile than in previous years, Joshua embraced the imposed weight limit not as a restriction but as a challenge. Instead of resisting it, he leaned into it, discovering speed and fluidity that had been buried beneath years of chasing mass and brute force. Training alongside minds shaped by technical mastery rather than raw dominance has reshaped how he sees himself in the ring. He no longer wants to overpower everything in front of him. He wants to outthink it, outmaneuver it, and dismantle it piece by piece. This evolution is not accidental. It is intentional growth born from losses that forced honesty. Standing opposite him is Jake Paul, a figure who represents everything traditional boxing once rejected and now cannot ignore. Paul's path has been loud, unconventional, and polarizing, but it has also been undeniably effective. He understands attention, pressure, and narrative better than most fighters raised inside the sport. For him, this fight is not about survival or respectability. It is about disruption. He wants to turn disbelief into silence and skepticism into shock. Being the underdog is not an insult to him. It is fuel. He thrives on the idea that everyone expects him to fail, because in his mind, that is where the greatest moments are born. The build-up reflects two completely different energies. Joshua remains grounded, almost detached from the chaos, while Paul leans into it, feeding off the cameras, the debates, the outrage. But beneath the bravado, this is not a joke to either man. Paul knows that stepping into the ring with a former heavyweight champion carries real consequences. Joshua knows that losing to a crossover star would reshape how his career is remembered. That mutual understanding creates tension that no promotional script could manufacture. This is not a circus act pretending to be serious. It is a serious fight wrapped in spectacle. Critics continue to argue about what this fight represents for boxing. Some see it as dilution, others as evolution. Joshua's presence alone forces the conversation to change. He is not here to mock the sport or cash out quietly. He has trained as if his legacy depends on it, because in many ways, it does. A dominant performance reinforces the hierarchy of heavyweight boxing and reasserts his relevance in an era crowded with questions. A poor performance invites narratives he may never fully escape. He understands that risk, and instead of avoiding it, he has chosen to walk directly into it. The gym tour reveals more than equipment and routines. It reveals philosophy, minimalism, functionality, and focus. No distractions, no excess. Just the essentials required to prepare for war. This environment mirrors Joshua's current mental state. Stripped back, refined, purposeful. He is not chasing applause in training. He is chasing alignment between body, mind, and intention. Those around him describe a fighter who is asking harder questions of himself than ever before. How can I be better? How can I endure more? How can I sharpen every edge? That curiosity, more than any physical attribute, is what separates champions from participants. Paul's confidence does not waver either. He believes the skills gap is smaller than people think. He believes speed, movement, and preparation can neutralize size and pedigree. Whether that belief is justified will be decided under the lights, not on social media. But belief alone is powerful, and Paul has built an entire career on proving people wrong just often enough to keep the world watching. He does not need to dominate Joshua to win the moment. He only needs to survive long enough to make people uncomfortable. As fight night approaches, the stakes grow heavier with each passing hour. This is not just another boxing match. It is a referendum on where the sport is heading, who gets to participate at the highest level, and how legacy is defined in an age where attention can be as valuable as belts. Joshua is fighting for relevance, respect, and reaffirmation. Paul is fighting for validation, disruption, and the ultimate upset narrative. Both men believe they are exactly where they are meant to be. When the bell rings, none of the debates will matter. The noise will fade. The cameras will keep rolling, but the truth will be written in sweat, movement, and decision-making. Joshua's experience will collide with Paul's ambition. Discipline will meet audacity. And for better or worse, the result will shape conversations long after the gloves come off. Now it's your turn. Do you believe Anthony Joshua's evolution and experience will be too much? Or do you think Jake Paul has what it takes to shock the world and rewrite boxing headlines yet again? Drop your prediction in the comments. If you enjoy deep, story-driven boxing breakdowns like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what comes next.